And finally, I noticed the United States is the midwife supporting Israel in every single thing. Every single thing, the United States supporting Israel. A mysterious obsession with Israel. No American politician dares to criticize Israel. Because if you criticize Israel, that is the end of the political correct. Huh? And so Israel controls the United States. So I came to the conclusion that when Dajjal was in a day which is like a month, the United States was in headquarters. And then I came to the conclusion 10 years ago when I wrote Jerusalem and the Quran, that there are unmistakable signs that the United States is now in a state of decline. And that a day which is like a month is coming to an end. And so 10 years ago that book was published saying that a day like a week is soon to commence, and that a new state will emerge to replace the United States. The United States will collapse. The US dollar will collapse. It will bring down all the paper money in the world with it. And in the same way that Britain was on the verge of military defeat, and the United States had to intervene to save it, so too the United States will have to be on the verge of military defeat, and Israel will have to intervene to save it. And that will mark the transfer of power. Maybe within the next 2 or 3 months we should see the attack on Iran. Israeli attack on Iran. The United States does not want Iran to be attacked, because the United States knows an attack on Iran is going to lead eventually to world war. And the United States doesn't want to fight Russia. The United States much prefers to fight Libya. Oh yes. And Afghanistan and Iraq and so on. But not Russia. No. Because if you fight Russia, you're going to get busted up. All the American cities are going to be lying in ashes. Yeah, they know that. And the Russians are not going to spare you. No, they'll treat you the same way you treat the Afghans. So the United States does not want Iran to be attacked, because it knows that an attack on Iran is going to lead to war eventually with Russia. But Israel wants the attack on Iran. So now the United States is doing all it can to try to prevent the attack on Iran. And guess what the Zionists are doing now in the House of Representatives? They are passing a resolution in the American Congress to prevent the President of the United States from talking to Iran, to prevent the US government from talking to Iran, to prevent all American government agencies from having any kind of a contact with Iran. In other words, they're putting Barack Obama in handcuffs. The President of the United States is paralyzed, he can do nothing. Who controls the United States now? Is it the government or the Zionists? Yes. See? So the attack is coming. When the attack does come, among the many things that are going to happen from the attack on Iran is that there's going to be clear transfer of power from the United States to Israel. I don't want to keep you for another 2 hours yet tonight. So I'm cutting out a lot of analysis, plenty. When Israel takes over from the United States as the ruling state of the world, or if Israel is to take over from the United States as the ruling state of the world, you need more than bring the United States to the verge of military defeat and then intervene to help the United States to get away from defeat. You also have to establish Israeli political and economic dominion over the Arabs. Because no Jew will accept that you're ruling the world if you're not ruling the Arabs. So now you'll be able to see, while they're playing football out there, let them play football. The Arab Spring has come, prepare the way for the Arab slaughter. There are Arabs who cannot understand that. And they're writing furious emails to me. Sheikh Imran, we respect you, but you are wrong on this. This is now the moment of victory. The Arabs are emerging. And the Khilafah is now going to be restored. Huh? That's their thinking. And I'm saying no. Wrong. And we don't have long to wait to know who is right and who is wrong. We don't have long to wait. So I'm not going to engage in any debate with you. The Arab Spring is meant to prepare the way for the Arab slaughter. The Arabs will be decimated by Israel and by NATO. And when you look at the state of the ulama in the Arab world today, you will see that they are in a pathetic state. If you are scholars of Islam and you cannot even recognize the paper money to be an instrument created by the enemy to rip you off and reduce you to poverty and destitution, that the paper money is bogus, is fraudulent, is utterly haram, you're not supposed to be a scholar. Go and drive a bus somewhere, man. That's not scholarship. Huh? If you are scholars, you're supposed to be able to have capacity to think. The farmer is in the field, he doesn't have the time. You can't expect the farmer in the field to be a scholar. He's busy with his work in the field. The businessman is busy with his business. Where are the thinkers? Where are the scholars? Every society needs scholars. Otherwise you don't have a pilot for the ship. The ship is going to shipwreck. And that's the state, pathetic state of the Arab ulama today. That they're beating the drums and clapping over the death of Gaddafi and the destruction of the Libyan government, not recognizing that it's the Zionists who did it. And that the new government in Libya is a Zionist government controlled by the Zionists. Huh? So, when the attack on Iran, which takes place within probably another 2 months or so, 3 months, a chain of events will follow. The world is going to be completely different from what it is now. Completely different. And Israel eventually takes over from the United States as the next ruling state in the world. At that time, when Israel rules the world, Israel will have to control money. Because Britain control money. The United States control money. So what's the new money going to be? Answer, electronic money.